God says, "My child, listen to me with a calm heart even though what I am about to reveal will shake you deeply. I am the voice that speaks beyond pain, the truth that stands when illusions fall. My beloved one, this is about your soulmate, the one your heart has cried for in secret prayers, the one whose name trembles softly inside your chest even when you try to silence it. I know how much you have loved them. I have watched every tear you've cried, every hope you whispered into the night. But today, I must tell you something you were not ready to hear. She is 3 months pregnant, my child. And the child she carries is not yours. Yes, I know those words pierce through your soul like a storm tearing through calm waters. I know you feel your heart sink, your breath shorten, and your faith tremble as if the sky itself has fallen. But breathe, my child. Take this moment slowly. You are not being punished. You are being awakened. This truth was never meant to destroy you, it was meant to free you. There are truths in life that wound first, but heal later. There are moments when I must allow pain to open your eyes to what love alone could not show you. I know this feels unfair, unbearable even, but listen to me, nothing I allow happens without divine meaning. I watched how you loved her with the innocence of a child and the devotion of an angel. You gave your soul in pure honesty, believing she was your forever. You saw her smile and thought heaven had sent her as your other half. And yes, once she was meant for you, her path once aligned with yours. But free will, my child, can turn rivers into deserts and blessings into lessons. She walked away from the purity of your love and found herself entangled in a moment that was never meant to last. You see, sometimes the human heart seeks warmth not from faith, but from fear, fear of loneliness, fear of waiting, fear of surrender. And in that moment of weakness, she made a choice. A choice that created a life, yet broke another. You are now standing before that truth. But remember, when truth hurts, it is not your enemy. Truth is my instrument to heal what illusion tried to protect. The illusion that love without alignment could survive. The illusion that your worth was tied to her loyalty. My child, I know you want to scream, to ask me why. Why her? Why now? Why you? But I need you to understand, when I close one path, it is because I am protecting you from walking deeper into pain. If I had allowed you to continue loving her blindly, you would have lost yourself trying to fix a story that no longer carried your name. There is a sacred reason you are hearing this today. I reveal things only when your soul is strong enough to handle the truth. You may feel broken, but you are not weak. You are being rebuilt, piece by piece, truth by truth, into someone who will never again beg for love that doesn't see their worth. Do not curse her. Do not hate the one who betrayed you. Instead, bless her from a distance, for she has become the vessel through which your soul will awaken to a higher light. What feels like betrayal today will soon become liberation tomorrow. You will understand that sometimes I remove people from your heart so that I can fill it with myself. You must let the waves of pain flow. Cry if you must. Let your tears fall, for I am counting each one. Each tear carries a message, each one speaks to me louder than any prayer. You may not realize this, but I am closest to you right now. When you feel most abandoned, I am holding you tighter than ever. The pain you feel, my child, is not punishment, it is purification. It is washing away illusions, attachments, and false promises that were never meant to last. It is preparing you for something sacred, a love that does not lie, a peace that cannot be shaken. She carries another man's child, but she still carries your prayers in her soul. You loved her purely, and love that pure never dies, it transforms. I will not let your love go to waste. I will turn it into something eternal. Your love will become your strength, your compassion, your divine wisdom. And though she walks in a different direction, her spirit will never forget yours. There will be nights when she will think of you, when the child inside her will remind her of the heart she broke. You need not seek revenge, for my justice works silently but perfectly. You will see how I turn this situation into your spiritual awakening. My child, do not chase what walked away from peace. Do not fight to fix what I allowed to break. There is power in letting go, and faith in surrender. The one who betrayed you did not take away your destiny, they only played the role needed to push you toward it. Do you remember how you once prayed for a sign, asking me to show you if this love was truly meant for you? This is the answer you asked for. I am showing you not because I want to hurt you, but because I love you too deeply to let you remain blind. You would have given her everything, your dreams, your years, your soul. But I could not allow that when I knew her heart was no longer in truth. You are meant for greater things, my beloved one. You are meant for a love that mirrors mine, pure, patient, divine. A love that will not betray your trust or wound your innocence. But before I send that love, I must cleanse your spirit of this pain. You must walk through this valley of tears knowing that I walk beside you. When you wake at night and your chest aches from remembering her name, call on me. I will wrap you in peace. When you see her smile elsewhere and your heart tightens, remember that even the smiles that hurt you are part of my plan to free you. I am not taking from you, my child. I am returning you to yourself. You lost so much of who you were trying to love her. You forgot your laughter, your light, your faith. Now, I am giving them back to you, one sunrise at a time. Do not close your heart forever because of one betrayal. Pain is temporary, but purpose is eternal. What you feel now will not last forever, but what you learn from it will guide you for a lifetime. The same love that once made you cry will one day make you stronger. And when you think of her, when you remember the way she looked into your eyes and made promises she could not keep, do not let bitterness take root. Say, God, bless her journey. Heal her heart. Guide her toward light. That prayer will heal you faster than any revenge ever could. You see, forgiveness is not saying what happened was okay, it is saying that it will no longer control your peace. And that peace, my child, is your power. The truth may have wounded you today, but one day, you will look back and thank me for revealing it. Because if I had not exposed this now, it would have destroyed you later. You are not losing her, you are finding yourself. You are not being punished, you are being protected. I am removing what was not rooted in truth so that I can bring you what is destined in eternity. So, breathe again. Lift your eyes to me. The storm is not your ending, it is the clearing before the dawn. Hold on, my child. The night may seem endless, but morning is already on its way. And when it comes, you will see that what broke you was the very thing that made you unbreakable. I am with you in this heartbreak. I am inside every shattered piece of your heart, whispering life again. This is not the end of your story, it is the divine beginning of who you were always meant to be. My child, I see how heavy your heart feels. I know the nights have grown colder, and silence has started to echo inside your soul. I know how the truth I revealed still feels like a knife that refuses to stop bleeding. You wake up each morning trying to convince yourself that it was only a bad dream, yet every breath reminds you that it is real. The one you trusted, the one you prayed for, is carrying someone else's child. But listen to me, I have not left you in this darkness to suffer alone. Every pain you feel right now, I feel it with you. Every tear that touches your pillow, I catch it before it falls. You are not broken beyond repair, you are being reshaped by divine hands that know exactly what you can become. Pain is the fire through which faith is purified. I know this test feels unbearable, but it is in this very fire that I am refining you into gold. When life breaks your heart, it is not to destroy you, but to reveal who you are when everything else falls away. Your faith was built on the idea that love would protect you from hurt, but now I am teaching you that faith protects you through the hurt. My child, not all storms come to end you, some storms come to reveal what cannot be shaken. You have loved purely, and that love was never wasted. You may feel foolish for believing, for waiting, for holding on, but do not despise your heart for its softness. Your purity is your strength. In a world that betrays, a pure heart still believes in goodness, and that is divine. You have been faithful even when others were not. You have loved when it was easier to hate. You have given when it was easier to close off. And that is why, even now, I am with you. I am not testing you to see if you will fail, I am testing you so that you can see how much you have grown. Every wound you carry has become a window through which my light will soon shine. I know it hurts that she has chosen another path, but she has her lessons to learn. Every soul walks its own road to redemption. Sometimes, the one you love must pass through their own valley of mistakes before they understand the sacredness of what they lost. Do not hate her for falling, just pray that she finds her way back to truth. You see, when I said I would bless you, I never said I would do it through comfort. My greatest blessings often come through the deepest pain, because only when something breaks can I pour myself fully into it. When you feel empty, I fill you. When you feel lost, I guide you. When you feel unloved, I remind you that my love never changes. The world might say you lost, but in my eyes, you are being prepared for something sacred. There are moments in life where losing what you thought you needed becomes the only way to receive what your soul truly deserves. This heartbreak is your divine test. It is showing you who you are when everything else fades. It is teaching you the strength of surrender. It is removing the illusion that you could control love, or change someone's choices, or fix what another heart refused to honor. Do not carry guilt for her actions. You did not fail. You were not unworthy. You were simply too genuine for a love that had not yet matured to match your purity. Sometimes, your love becomes a mirror that reveals another person's wounds, and instead of healing, they run. That is what happened here. But one day, she will remember your love, and it will burn inside her memory as something she can never replace. For now, I want you to breathe through this pain with faith. You will be tempted to question me, to ask why I didn't stop it, why I didn't protect you from betrayal. But my protection doesn't always look like prevention. Sometimes, I protect you by allowing truth to unfold, because if lies remained hidden, they would poison your destiny. This, my child, is divine surgery. I had to cut away what was not meant for your future, and yes, it hurts. But healing always begins with pain. You may not see it yet, but I am preparing a new season for you. This chapter is ending, but not your story. You will rise from this heartbreak with new wisdom, new compassion, and new strength. You will no longer chase people to stay, you will trust that those meant for you will never leave. I am proud of you. Yes, even now, as your tears fall and your faith trembles, I am proud of you. You have not cursed me, even in confusion. You have not hardened your heart completely, even when it aches. You have whispered prayers through your tears, and those whispers have reached heaven. My child, the pain you are feeling is not punishment, it is purification. You are being separated from everything that was draining your energy, your peace, your light. What you thought was love had started to become a shadow, and I could not allow my chosen one to remain in a bond that dimmed their soul. It may feel like loss, but I promise you, it is deliverance. You will not always cry over this. A day is coming when you will wake up, and your chest will no longer feel heavy. You will think of her, and instead of pain, there will be peace. You will realize that I never took love away from you, I simply redirected it back toward you. My beloved, every time you feel tempted to blame yourself, remember this: you did love her right. You were honest, loyal, patient, and kind. That love was real. But not all love stories are meant to end in union, some are meant to awaken the soul. You were the lesson of light in her journey, and she was the lesson of strength in yours. Do not carry the shame of another person's choice. Her pregnancy does not define your worth. Her betrayal does not rewrite your destiny. What she carries in her womb will never be greater than what you carry in your spirit. You carry a divine calling, a purpose that no betrayal can destroy. You are being prepared for something far more sacred than temporary love. You are being prepared for divine partnership, a love that mirrors heaven's loyalty, not the world's confusion. But before you can receive that, I must make sure your heart is healed from this pain. So when your heart cries out at night, say this: God, I don't understand, but I trust you. Every time you say that, heaven moves on your behalf. Angels gather around you, wiping your tears, strengthening your soul. This test is not about loss, it is about transformation. You are being transformed into someone who can love without attachment, forgive without resentment, and walk without fear. Soon, you will realize that I never wanted to take your love story away. I only wanted to take away the version that was built on illusion. I am not done with you or with her, I am working behind the scenes, aligning everything according to truth. When I rebuild, I build forever. And I will rebuild your life with peace, clarity, and blessings beyond what you have imagined. For now, let your heart rest. Let yourself grieve. But do not lose hope. I am not the God of endings, I am the God of new beginnings. You will rise again, my child, stronger, wiser, softer, and closer to me than ever before. You will carry no bitterness, only light. And when love comes again, it will be real, rooted in faith, and blessed by my hand. So, let the pain come. Let it teach you. Let it burn what is false, so that only the truth remains. For when the ashes settle, you will see, you were never abandoned, only refined. You are not the victim of this story, you are the vessel of my transformation. Hold on. Your heart may be hurting now, but soon it will be glowing with peace that no betrayal can ever touch. My child, the nights have been long, haven't they? You have tried to move forward, but your heart still pulls you backward. Memories come uninvited, the way she smiled, the sound of her laughter, the promises whispered between quiet moments. I know it feels like those memories have turned into chains around your heart. But listen, my child, they are not chains, they are reminders of how deeply you were able to love. That love is not your weakness, it is your sacred strength. You are walking through a season of healing now, and healing is not a straight path. Some days you will feel light, as if the pain is fading. Other days you will find yourself sinking again into sorrow, wondering if you will ever feel normal. But I tell you, every time your heart aches, I am healing something deeper inside you. Every tear that falls is cleansing a wound that your eyes cannot see. Do not rush this healing, my beloved one. True healing takes time because it is not only about forgetting the pain. It is about remembering it differently. One day, you will look back and see that this heartbreak was not a curse, but a doorway to awakening. You see, pain is often the tool I use to wake the soul from sleep. You loved her with a heart so pure that even now, your love wants to forgive, to understand, to hold no hatred. And that, my child, is the beginning of your divine awakening. When you can love even those who have hurt you, you are becoming more like me. I have watched how you have wrestled with your emotions. One moment you say, God, I trust you, and the next moment your heart whispers, but it still hurts. That's all right. Healing is not the absence of pain, it is the ability to keep walking even when pain is present. And you are walking, my child. You are still standing. That alone is proof that I am with you. There was a time when her presence defined your happiness. You believed your life was tied to hers, that without her love, the world would lose its color. But slowly, I am teaching you that your joy does not depend on any person. Your joy is rooted in me. The love you once poured into her, I am redirecting toward yourself, toward your purpose, toward your peace, toward the higher version of who you are becoming. You thought you lost her, but in truth, you are finding yourself. You are learning that love is not about possession, it is about freedom. You loved her purely, but she had to leave for your soul to evolve. Sometimes, my child, I allow certain souls to break your heart because if they stayed, they would have broken your destiny. I know those words are heavy, but they are true. You would have given her everything, even the parts of yourself you needed to keep sacred. You would have sacrificed your dreams to keep her close. But I could not allow that. I had to let her go, even when you were still praying to hold her. Do not think of this as rejection, it is redirection. I removed her not because she was evil, but because her soul's path no longer aligned with yours. She needed to learn her lessons through experience, through consequences, through the choices she made. And you, my chosen one, needed to learn love through pain, forgiveness, and surrender. Both of you are being transformed, but in different ways. I want you to look within now, not backward. I am planting seeds of light in your heart, seeds of self-worth, of divine confidence, of unconditional love. These seeds will bloom into peace. But you must nurture them by releasing the pain, by letting go of blame, by choosing peace every time your mind wants to replay what happened. When the memory comes, say to yourself, this too was part of my becoming. Because it was. This heartbreak has stripped away false expectations, illusions, and attachments that were never meant to define you. What remains now is something real, your spirit, raw and alive, ready to see the world through my eyes. My child, do you know what happens when a heart breaks? It opens. And through those cracks, my light enters. You are not broken beyond repair, you are broken open so that divine wisdom can flow through you. That is why I am not rushing your healing. I am rebuilding you slowly, carefully, like a sculptor shaping beauty from stone. Every piece of pain you surrender becomes a piece of light that will one day shine through your words, your actions, your compassion. One day, someone will look into your eyes and feel the peace of heaven there. They will not know the tears that created that light, but I will. I am proud of you, my child. You could have become bitter, but instead, you are becoming better. You could have cursed the one who hurt you, but instead, you are blessing them silently. That is the mark of a soul that is awakening. Your soulmate's journey is not over. She is still walking through the lessons her choices created. I am with her too, guiding her even when she cannot see me. Her soul is restless, her heart confused, and though she carries another's child, her spirit still feels the echo of your love. That love will not vanish, it will live as a gentle reminder of what she once had, a love that was pure, patient, and kind. But your task now is not to wait for her return, your task is to rise. To take all that pain and transform it into prayer. To turn your wounds into wisdom. To become so filled with light that darkness can no longer find a home within you. You will not always cry, my child. The day will come when laughter returns naturally. You will start to notice small joys again, the morning sky, the sound of rain, the touch of the breeze. These are my ways of telling you that healing has begun. Do not be afraid to open your heart again. Love did not fail you, people did. Love itself remains sacred. Love is who I am. And I am still within you, guiding you toward a love that will honor your soul, not wound it. This season of healing will teach you to trust me more deeply. It will teach you that my plans are greater than your pain. It will teach you that peace is not found when life is perfect, but when your heart rests in my presence. Forgiveness, my child, is the final step of your healing. Not because she deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Forgive her not to erase what happened, but to free yourself from carrying it. Forgive her so that your spirit can breathe again. Say these words in your heart: God, I release what I cannot understand. I choose peace over pain. I trust that you are writing a better ending than the one I imagined. Every time you say this, heaven rejoices. Angels surround you, singing softly the melody of new beginnings. The pain that once blinded you is now becoming your vision. You are seeing life differently, with wisdom, compassion, and grace. This is your spiritual awakening. You are not the same person you were before the heartbreak. You are softer, yet stronger. You are more grounded, yet more divine. And I promise you this: the love that is meant for you will not come through confusion or betrayal. It will come through clarity, honesty, and peace. It will feel like rest, not struggle. It will reflect the love I have for you. Until then, I want you to hold on to me. Let me be your comfort, your strength, your peace. Walk with me in this silence, and I will fill it with purpose. I am healing you beyond what you can see. I am preparing you for a destiny that your pain made possible. So, my beloved child, lift your head again. You are not forgotten, you are being reborn. The ashes of your heartbreak will soon become the soil of your new life. And when you rise, you will not rise empty, you will rise radiant, carrying the proof that divine love can turn even the deepest sorrow into sacred strength. And in the quietness of that night, when your tears became your only company and your soul trembled under the weight of what it had learned, heaven leaned close again. The same divine presence that once held your heart when it was breaking began to speak within you, softly, yet with power, like light returning to a storm-torn sky. You felt weak, almost lifeless, but something inside refused to give up. Because even in betrayal, there was something holy being shaped, a new strength, a new clarity, a new awareness of who you truly are. Sometimes God allows the pain to reveal not how much someone loved you, but how much He loves you. For if He had not allowed you to see the truth, you might have spent your lifetime chained to an illusion, loving someone who was never meant to hold you forever. You see, my child, this revelation was not punishment, it was protection. Heaven didn't show you the truth to destroy you but to save you from a deeper wound that would have shattered your destiny. The one you loved had chosen a path of confusion, a path where responsibility and desire collided, where their human weakness conquered their promises. But you were chosen for something sacred. Your journey is not one of bitterness but of becoming whole again in the hands of God. So even now, as you walk through this valley of sorrow, every step is watched by the divine. Every tear you shed is recorded. Nothing has gone unseen. The angels surround you, whispering healing into your weary heart. You might feel like you lost everything, but heaven says you are gaining yourself, and that is where true peace begins. There will be nights when memories return like ghosts, reminding you of laughter that once filled your days, of dreams that seemed so close to becoming real. You'll remember the way your heart used to beat at the sound of their name. But now, when that ache arises, I want you to breathe and whisper, God, take this pain and turn it into power. Because pain, when surrendered to the divine, becomes holy fire, it purifies rather than destroys. And as you heal, you'll begin to see what you couldn't before, that love without truth is not love at all. It's illusion wrapped in emotion. The love you were building was real from your side, pure from your heart. But purity alone cannot hold something that heaven never blessed. You gave with sincerity, and that sincerity will not go unrewarded. God saw your loyalty, He saw how you stayed when it was easier to walk away. And though that loyalty was misplaced, it will return to you multiplied, through someone whose heart has been molded by God Himself. This is the part of your story where it hurts to breathe but also where your spirit learns to fly. You may not see it yet, but you are being reborn. This pain is your chrysalis. The wings are forming quietly, even as you mourn. The soul that once depended on another for completion is now being filled with divine presence. God is teaching you that you were never incomplete, you were just meant to remember your wholeness in Him. When you wake tomorrow, I want you to rise slowly, place your hand over your heart, and say, God, I still believe in love. Because love did not betray you, a human did. And you must never confuse the two. Love is still sacred. Love is still holy. It still exists in its purest form, waiting to meet you again when the time is right. But before it does, you must meet yourself, the version of you that this heartbreak is helping reveal. You'll begin to see signs, feathers in unexpected places, sudden warmth on your skin when you feel alone, songs that seem to speak your pain and then bring you peace. These are not coincidences. These are heaven's small ways of saying, you are not forgotten. Archangels walk beside you in this season. They are removing the energy of betrayal from your field, cleansing your aura with light that no darkness can touch. You are being freed from spiritual attachments that came from pain and manipulation. Even the child that has come into this world through that soul, know this, my child, that child is not your curse. It is not your rival. It is innocent. It carries its own divine destiny. Do not hate what was never meant to harm you. Instead, pray that this child grows in love and light, so no chain of resentment ever connects your spirit to pain. Because when you forgive, you stop carrying what was never yours to hold. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing. It means you choose peace over poison. It means you say, this chapter may have broken me, but it will not define me. And heaven smiles when you make that choice because that's when your healing truly begins. In the coming days, you may feel the urge to confront, to speak your truth. Do it gently. Speak not from anger but from awareness. Let your words carry grace, not vengeance. When you rise above bitterness, you become untouchable, and that is your new protection. For no darkness can cling to a soul that shines with forgiveness. You are walking toward something far more beautiful than what you lost. A love that will not hide, a love that will not betray, a love that will not make you question your worth. But that love begins with you. When you finally see yourself through God's eyes. Precious, whole, chosen, you will attract the one meant to honor that truth. The heavens are realigning paths right now. Somewhere in the unseen, your energy is being restored, your destiny rewritten with blessings meant only for you. You will not end this story broken, you will end it blessed. The tears that watered the soil of your suffering are growing something extraordinary. You cannot see the bloom yet, but the roots are deep, and the flower will rise. So do not rush your healing. Do not suppress your feelings. Cry if you must. Sit in silence if your heart needs rest. But always, always remember, this is not the end. This is the sacred middle, where transformation happens. God is not finished with you, He is preparing a miracle that will make sense of this pain. And when that day comes, when joy returns to your eyes, when laughter finds your lips again, you will look back and whisper, "Now I understand why it had to happen this way." Because sometimes the things that break you are the very things that awaken you. Stay patient, stay faithful. The divine has already written your redemption. And as the dawn finally begins to touch the edge of your darkness, heaven breathes new life into the silence that has followed your tears. You have cried, you have questioned, you have screamed in the depths of your soul asking why love betrayed you, why truth shattered your world so suddenly, but now, my child, listen closely, for God begins to speak in the language of renewal. My child, the divine whispers into the tender space of your heart, I have seen your pain. I have heard every silent cry that never made it into words. I have watched as you tried to make sense of what could never make sense in human logic. And I tell you now, your pain was never in vain. There is a light that grows stronger through suffering, a faith that deepens only when everything else has been stripped away. That is what has been happening within you. You were not being destroyed, you were being reborn. You are no longer the same soul who once waited by the door of love, hoping someone would return. You are becoming the soul who opens the door only for peace, truth, and divine alignment. The one who betrayed you will remember your kindness forever. The echo of your love will visit them in quiet moments. They will think of what could have been if they had chosen truth over confusion, sincerity over weakness. But you, my child, you will not live trapped in the shadows of their choices. You will rise above them, clothed in grace that cannot be undone. Because even now, while you stand in the ashes of what once was, something holy is rising, your strength, your self-worth, your new beginning. God is not returning you to your old life, He is creating a new one that could only be born through this pain. The fire that once seemed to burn you was actually purifying you. And when you emerge from it, you will not even smell like smoke. Soon you will see how heaven turns tragedy into transformation. There will come a time when you no longer feel the sting of betrayal, but instead, you'll feel gratitude, not for what they did, but for how God used it. You'll realize that their betrayal became your awakening, that their lies pushed you toward truth, that their leaving made space for your divine purpose to finally unfold. You will meet someone one day, not out of loneliness, not as a replacement, but as divine restoration. This person will love you the way heaven intended love to feel, gentle yet steady, passionate yet peaceful, strong yet selfless. They will see the pain you've been through and treat it with reverence, not as something broken but as something sacred. They will not be afraid of your scars, they will see them as proof that you survived the fire and still chose love. But before that soul arrives, God wants you to fall in love with your own spirit again. Look at yourself, my child, how beautiful you are even when life has wounded you. How your heart still beats with compassion after being betrayed. That is divine strength. That is the reflection of God's nature within you. Walk outside and feel the sun on your face. That is heaven's gentle reminder that warmth still exists after every storm. Look at the sky, so vast, so endless, and know that your future is the same. Do not let one broken promise define your capacity to hope. You were made for more than survival. You were made for restoration. The one you loved may be walking a different path now, one filled with choices that you cannot fix or follow. Let them go in peace. Their journey is theirs. Do not curse it, do not cling to it. Release them into God's hands. What they face next will be between their soul and the divine. And though it is not your place to see it, justice and mercy will find their perfect balance in time. Do not waste your light trying to understand the darkness of another. You are meant to rise, not remain stuck in explanations that will never heal you. God does not want you to replay the pain, He wants you to rewrite your purpose. And He is already sending opportunities, people, and blessings that align with your healing. You may notice it in small ways first, peace returning to your mind, laughter finding its way back into your days, unexpected messages or encounters that remind you of love's gentler side. These are signs that your spirit is opening again. You are stepping out of survival mode and into grace. You are beginning to live, not just exist. And when you pray, your prayers no longer come from desperation but from trust. You no longer beg for answers, you rest in faith. That, my child, is transformation. When pain no longer controls you, but instead becomes the soil where peace grows, you have entered divine freedom. The child that came into existence, do not see that as the end of your story. See it as a thread that ties you back to compassion. One day, when your heart is strong enough, you may even pray blessings over that child, not because you approve of what happened, but because you refuse to let hate live in your soul. And that is how you rise higher than those who hurt you, by choosing love when life gave you every reason not to. You are not losing, you are being led. You are not abandoned, you are being redirected. You are not forgotten, you are being refined. Heaven does not take something unless it plans to give something greater. What is coming will not just replace what was lost, it will redeem it. Your next season will be filled with divine clarity. You will no longer chase people who confuse your spirit. You will attract peace because you have become peace. The same love you gave to someone unready will return to you multiplied, pure, steady, eternal. There will come a day, my child, when you will sit beneath the same sky that once watched you cry and you will smile again. Not a forced smile, not a mask to hide the pain, but a genuine smile born from peace that surpasses understanding. You will whisper to yourself, I made it. God carried me through. Heaven is proud of you. The angels have been by your side through every sleepless night, through every whispered prayer. They have fought unseen battles for your peace. Archangel Michael stood beside you, cutting the cords of toxic attachments, protecting your energy from despair. The Holy Spirit has been guiding your steps back toward purpose, even when you didn't feel it. Now, stand tall, beloved soul. Lift your eyes. Your healing is not in the distance, it is happening now. Every breath you take in faith is rewriting your story. You are being anointed for new beginnings. You will love again, not because you forgot, but because you forgave. You will trust again, not because you were naive, but because your faith is stronger than your fear. You will smile again, not because the pain never existed, but because grace has overcome it. And when God finally brings the one meant for you, the one who will see your soul as home, you will understand why you had to walk through the fire first. Because only through the ashes could you find the gold that was hidden within you all along. So now, close your eyes and let this truth sink into your heart. You are loved. You are chosen. You are protected. You are rising. The story is not over, it is being rewritten by the hands of God Himself. And this time, my child, every chapter will begin in light.